there, everyone. It's Jen, the board game librarian, and I'm joined by Pesty Poopy Stonewall. Makes his fourth appearance as a Pesty Poopy in our videos. And this is Matt. He's the dice chucker.
Just checking because it's close to dinner time. I wanted to see how close it was.
Yeah, you. Okay, I love you. Together we are the Literary Gamers. Today we are taking a look at lucky numbers sent to us by Luma Imports. Thank you, Luma Imports, for sending this along to us. So this is a game for 1 to 4 players, ages 8 and up, 20-minute playing time, and it was designed by Michael Schacht. An older game. This is an older game.
I think it said 2012 when I looked it up on BGG.
I don't know if this is its first time coming to America, so hooray for that. In this game, you are looking to get numbers in a row. You are looking to either get them sequentially in a row this way, and sequentially this way. So along your rows and columns. You start off the game with your diagonal set from tiles that you have drawn from a pile, and then you take turns drawing from the pile, trying to place it, or replacing one for another in your grid. Did I miss anything?
Once you have the grid done, first person is the winner.
Yep, first person to finish their lucky number grid is the winner. So, very simple game.
Yep.
So, Matt.
Yes.
What did you think of lucky numbers?
It was interesting. It kind of has that Sudoku vibe of trying to have the numbers in a certain order. I think that, what do I want to say about this? Mainly that it's a great introductory game to the hobby. Yeah. And especially if you're dealing with, small children learning their numbers, I think this could be good. I know that it says 8, but maybe a 5-year-old could handle this. Maybe. I don't know. I don't have a 5-year-old. I didn't test it out. So I don't know. Anyway, it could also, I've been thinking about games recently that can help people with memory, especially, people just getting into the hobby that have some memory issues.
Okay.
This would be a great one because it's numbers across and numbers down. Yeah. Growing up, my grandmother had Alzheimer's, and now I look at games and wonder if this would have helped with her memory. This one probably would have.
Oh, interesting. I don't think you've ever said that before. About games and your grandmother.
About games. I mean, I told you about her grandmother plenty of times.
Yes, I knew about his grandmother.
Okay.
Folks. Okay. Wow, it got real dark in this review. Okay. So lucky numbers I would completely agree. This is an introductory game. But we're not saying that in a derogatory tone. We should be quite frank about that, correct?
Yes.
So when we finished playing this game, and we played it several times, I always look at Matt and we're like, oh, is it a keeper or not? So compared to our last couple of reviews where we were like, oh, this is, we really liked it, but we're not keeping it. We like this one, and we're keeping it. Mm-hmm. Correct?
Yep.
There's a caveat on why we're keeping it. What's the caveat, Matt?
I can show this to my parents.
Ding, 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 ding,
and,
ding.
My father's not big into learning new games. He just wants to play gin rummy all the time. He wants to play
Sudoku.
Sudoku, but it's just gin rummy or nothing, and Sudoku is by himself. So this is one I think he could get into because he's always big into numbers.
Yeah, so we're going to be going on vacation with Matt's parents and his sister-in-law and brother-in-law and the kids.
Or depending on when you've watched this, we've already gone on that vacation.
We've already had this bad vacation, so... and we are going to be bringing some games with us, and this is probably going to come with us on said vacation. It goes to 4 players, which is fine. There will be 6 adults. But I don't always have to play, or Matt doesn't always have to play, or whatever combination we have. We've talked quite a bit lately, Matt and I, about games for casual gamers and games for non-gamers, and this definitely fits the bill. And the conversation I had with someone in particular was that there need to be more games like this that are going to get people into the hobby. And things that make them feel comfortable, things that aren't too crazy wild, things that aren't super rules heavy. That's especially important with your parents.
So we talk about gateway games or welcoming games, and I think there's actually a step before that, which are games that show people who've only played cards, or have only played Monopoly, that there are some other games, and things that are very, very light fit that bill, and then you can show them Carcassonne.
Yeah. I wouldn't show your parents Carcassonne.
Right, or I would show them this first, then Ticket to Ride, because I could see my mother arguing with me about, I don't want to put the trains in the spot. I have these cards and I want to put the trains over here. You laugh, it's happened before.
Okay. That you've heard it here, folks. She likes off-roading.
She does.
I completely agree with Matt. I think as gamers, we forget that there are folk who are casual. They play games once or twice a year. They're much more social games than we play. There are a lot of word games, a lot of party games. The stuff that some of us would snub our noses at. And I think this has a theme that's going to appeal to people, or theme that's going to appeal to people. It doesn't look, again, super crazy. I mean, while we find those covers appealing, it might be too much for some folks. So, I think this will be a win with your parents.
I hope so. We
hope so. I think we're just confusing you all left and right with what we're keeping and what we're not keeping. So, did that surprise you at all? I'd love to hear in the comments below, compared to some of the other reviews that we've done lately. Things we've kept, things we haven't kept. And if you've tried Lucky Numbers, leave a comment below. I'm Jen.
I'm Matt.
And we're the Literary Gamers.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Okay.
And turn on the bell for all the notifications. And make sure you go into your settings and make sure the notifications can happen. Okay? Thank you, everybody. We're on the road to 1,000. If we're already past 1,000 subscribers and you're watching this, disregard this message. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye, folks.